I guess I'll see you around.
And don't worry, I'm not gonna hang all over you just because we had one night together.
Never again.
One thing I've learned, never say never.
I can't believe it. You slept with her, didn't you?
What's the matter, Jessica? Are you jealous? Hey.
Hey. Why don't you use your key? I couldn't find it in my purse. What's wrong?
Oh, great. The commission. You saw something in the news.
No, that's not it. What is it, babe? I see something's wrong. Man, John. What happened? There's been an accident. He's dead.
Hugh, it's Paige. It's all right. It's all right. Just try to relax. I don't think we should say anything to Spencer.
He's his father. He should have a right to know that he was in an accident.
His morphine drip isn't handling the pain. We need to up the dosage.
What do you think you're doing? You did this, didn't you? You killed John just like you killed his father.
Guest here at the LPD hotel for a number of days. How could I have had anything to do with that accident?
Son of a bitch! Let me go, damn it! Let me go!
I know what I'm doing. I was a doctor.
Dr. Truman, right? You were on staff here.
Miller. I use my maiden name now.
We've all heard about you. You lost your license for operating under the influence.
Look, his pain meds aren't working. Please. He's my son.
We'll take good care of him. You'll have to wait outside.
Well, certainly know why you're so crazy about my son. Heap all the love on him you can't heap on your own kid.
The tricky thing about burns is the pain. You've got to manage the pain.
Well, he looks more comfortable now that they've adjusted the IV.
They taught us this formula in med school. It's the percentage of body weight with third-degree burns plus the person's age. You reach a certain limit, and anything beyond that limit, the person is doomed. Nora, Hugh is very close
Okay,
to
you
that
need to.
limit.
All right, you need to stop being a doctor now and just be his mom. And you have to believe that everything's going to be all right because you're not going to accept anything less. That's the only thing you can do for him right now. That's the best thing you can do for him.
But even if he recovers, the pain is going to be so excruciating, and what if he doesn't look like himself? What if he isn't himself?
Okay, come on, let's sit down.
He's resting more comfortably now.
Thank you.
The doctor's going to change some of his dressings, and when we're done, you can go back in. I'm sorry for all your troubles.
You were here when I was a resident, weren't you? It's Betty, right?
That's right.
How's your little girl? Is it Jeannie?
Jeannie's all grown up. I have 3 grandchildren now.
Wow, that's so wonderful. Please, Betty, please be as kind to him as you were to me all those years ago.
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Oh, God. Come on.
Come on.
Oh, honey. Oh, sweet. Shouldn't be waiting on me.
Yeah, I should. I'm a lot better when I have something
Yes,
to do.
believe me, he really is a lot better.
Oh, you kids, you've been through so much. And where was I?
singing feelings on some cruise ship somewhere.
Mom, you made a life for yourself. You made a life for us after Dad died. And I'm telling you, John and I, we're real proud of you.
Yeah, but I couldn't even make it back for your wedding. And now I'm leaning on you.
You've just had the worst news a mom can get. You know, we want you to lean on us. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. You know, that last day, John was so happy. Well, maybe happy isn't the right word,
Well, we are talking about John, after all, right?
but peaceful. You know, when he told me that he was gonna go propose to Natalie, I'm telling you, you could have knocked me over with a feather. And not that he didn't love her, but John, marriage, I hadn't even heard him mention the word, not since Caitlin was killed. When he told me he was gonna ask you for your engagement ring, I saw this sweet, sentimental side that I really didn't know existed. You know, I wasn't sure until that moment, but John and Natalie were the real thing.
Poor girl.
You know what? You guys are right. We have to tell Natalie that John wanted to marry her.
I understand how you feel, but you're going to have to get it under control.
Why? What about him? He murders people and he gets away with it.
First of all, I'm not guilty of anything. Secondly, I don't know about you, but I don't even know anyone with an 18 year.
Son of a bitch!
You're gonna have to stop this.
I'm not gonna stop. John wouldn't stop, and I'm not gonna stop until he admits what he did and how he did it.
Give me way too much credit, Natalie. Look, I can't take responsibility for that pileup on the interstate any more than I can take responsibility for the tornado that killed Duke.
Yeah, and you were there when he died too. You know you're like a cancer on this town.
Listen, I know how you feel. You know, you've lost a loved one. A very senseless, tragic accident, and rather than grieve, you've decided to be angry about it. So why not take it out on me, right? Dr. Spencer Truman. I've become the scapegoat for everything bad that happens here in Landview. Your precious John saw to that.
You're the creep who shot his father. No, I helped him put the case together.
Yeah, I know. And unfortunately, you were both wrong. I had nothing to do with John's father's death. I had nothing to do with John's death, and I'm innocent of all the charges that have been brought against me.
You are going down for 2 counts of murder. You dirtbag. You're going away forever. No!
Take him back to lockup.
I'm not finished with him yet. No, Claudia, I'm not jealous. What I am is disgusted. You know what she is, and you just took her to bed anyway?
You know, I'd rather not do this out here.
Oh, no, but you'd rather come out in a towel for one last lip lock, right?
This is not very nice.
Oh, isn't it very nice? I forgot, because you're the queen of nice, aren't you?
That's
Or is
it.
that crazy?
Inside, come on.
Fine,
Inside.
fine.
You know, don't you have some kind of a rehearsal to go to?
I need to defend myself. What is your problem, Jessica? I mean, what Nash and I do is none of your business.
You know what? You're right. It's not.
Look, Jessica, I know you care.
Of course I care about you, Nash. You're the father of my daughter. And this is your codependent, dry drunk ex-girlfriend. Excuse me? Excuse you.
I was in a bad way, and Claudia was there as a friend. Look, if anybody took advantage of anybody, it was me taking advantage of her.
I see. Oh, look. Bananas and honey in a shake. That's Tessa's cure for a hangover.
I'm over 21.
And I don't... Was there drinking last night?
Yes, and I'm over 21.
I know, that's great. And your girlfriend saw an opening and she took it.
Are you gonna let her talk to me like this?
All right, look. Maybe I drank too much last night. Maybe I did. Maybe I had sex with an ex-girlfriend. Maybe I didn't. I did. Look, maybe none of this would have happened if Tess was still out, but she's not. I was alone. I wanted to feel close to someone again, anyone, even if the person I was close to meant nothing to me.
Thank you. Oh, is it about hospital coffee? It's so terrible.
Same brew as precinct coffee.
Ain't that the truth? We do need to talk about Spencer. Don't you think he has a right to know that his son is in critical condition?
I don't know.
Well, it's not as if he's going to show up here. He is being held on murder.
So why do we have to tell him? At the same time, hiding the truth from anyone about anything hasn't worked out so well for me in the past. I wish they'd hurry up in there.
Well, it was really nice of the nurse to come out and explain the situation.
Yeah, Betty. You know, she was here that night. The night they brought in Thomas McBain to the OR. And well, everybody knows what I did. Oh my gosh.
What?
Hugh's adoptive parents, they don't know about the accident.
Well, I have their number with me. I was going to call them as Hugh's supervisor.
I really would like to be the one to make that call.
Okay. There you go. Paige? Maybe this shouldn't be the phone call where you tell them about you being Hugh's biological mother.
You're right. They have enough to handle.
Where's Dr. Miller?
She just went to make a phone call. How's Hugh?
Stable and sedated. It's the only way he can stand the pain.
Oh, God. Betty, do you have a minute?
For what?
Well, first of all, I'm Nora Hannon, and I'm the DA in Landview. I work with Hugh. I just wanted to ask you some questions about Dr. Miller and the night that Thomas McBain died on her operating table.
John's dead?
No, Layla. Layla, you must be wrong.
I'm not.
What happened?
He was in a car accident.
See, it's not possible. John survived a plane crash, Layla, a prison riot, a tornado.
Vange, would you
no,
just listen?
Layla. You heard a rumor or something, and you're talking about it like
I talked to Bo. You know that huge pileup on I-65? Bo went out there. John's car hit a semi head on, and his gas tank exploded. Car accident.
I don't believe it.
No. No, John he put his father's killer in jail. Yeah, he finally has a chance at a real life. No. No. No, God wouldn't let that happen.
God doesn't let things happen. Things, I guess, just have a way of happening on their own. But you know what? He gives us people like McBain. And when everything went haywire in that prison, I really do believe that God put him there for me. And John had my back. I'm so sorry, Mom. What you gonna do?
Natalie. What she must be going through, and, Michael. Their mom.
And you. It's okay to be sad, you know.
When I first heard that Dr. Miller had been arrested, I said, there had to be a mistake. She was one of the best young residents that ever passed through this hospital. To think of her drunk in the OR, that just wasn't the doctor that I knew.
Okay, so that seemed very strange.
Oh, especially since she wasn't the surgeon of record. She was only assisting. All she had to do was close up. She could do that in her sleep.
Drunk or sober?
You bet.
It was interesting. I was reading the autopsy report, and, well, the phrase comes to mind, butcher job.
I know.
Dr. Miller's ex-husband, was he still on staff here at the hospital at that time?
Dr. Spencer Truman. Yes, he was.
Did you ever hear anything about him insisting that Paige Miller assist Dr. Snyder?
No.
I didn't think you had.
Why are you so interested in something that happened years ago?
Oh, I'm a lawyer, you know, and a fan of mysteries, so.
Oh, I read everything Agatha Christie ever wrote.
Yeah, really? So, what do you think she'd say about an honorable and highly skillful surgeon killing a patient on the operating table? So, are we gonna be able to go in to see Hughes pretty soon?
How is he?
Oh, I was just telling your friend, he's sedated. You can go in and sit with them soon. You know the protocol.
Thank you.
How'd the phone call go?
You're devastated.
Yeah, are they coming out?
Yeah. They're driving to the airport now, but the flight is very long.
Well, I'm glad that you'll have someone to go through this ordeal with. Hey, listen. Do you want me to stay until they get here?
No.
You sure?
No, you go back. Go be with Matthew.
Okay. Well, you know, if you need anything, you know, just...
What I need is for my son to survive this.
I'm fine. I'll be fine.
I know you will. But you just found out that someone you really loved is,
No, no. No, Natalie, she's with John. She must be. Can't imagine what she... And Michael, he and John love each other so much, and... Oh, my God. Michael probably has to break the news to John's mom, those poor people.
Who are you?
No.
Yes. It didn't work out between you and John, and I couldn't have been happier. But you loved him.
You know what, I should go. I gotta see if everybody's okay. Maybe I'll check in on that.
No. Why don't I do that?
No.
You stay here. Really, I think it's a good idea if you stay with your sister.
Christian, I need to make sure that they know that if there's anything I can do,
Well, I'll make sure they know you said that. Listen, I have my cell phone on me, okay? So you call me. If you need anything, just call me.
There is nothing that indicates that John's death was anything but an accident.
Okay, when Kevin got sick, we all thought that it was bad luck. But that animal shot him up with something that made him sick, and Kevin never did anything to Spencer. But Spencer did it to him anyway. But see, John made sure that Spencer was charged with murder. Okay, so what makes you think that Spencer wouldn't have a reason to get even?
Okay. You've got motive. Now make your case. How do you do it?
Okay, first, I would check the brake lines on the truck, see if they've been cut, and then I would check the cables for the steering linkage.
How did Spencer arrange for the semi to go out of control at the exact moment it encountered John's car on the interstate?
I don't know.
Well, you have to know.
Okay, but I haven't got it all figured out yet, but I know that I know that he is responsible for what happened to John. If John had shot you on the dock when he had the chance, if he had just killed you when he had the chance, then he might still be here.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gone off on you.
It's all right.
The only reason I'm here in the first place is I had to help Natalie out with something.
Jessica, are you okay?
You just seem a little stressed.
Natalie, she ordered a couple dozen balloons, and to say the least, it didn't work out, and I just didn't want her to come home and have to face those stupid balloons. So I'm sorry if I was out of line.
Just wait. Nash, could you leave us alone?
Oh, yeah, sure. That sounds like a really bad idea.
And listen, I'm in your life because I'm your friend, and Jessica's in your life because of Brennan.
Bree.
What?
We call her Bree.
Oh, Bree, sorry. Anyway, wouldn't it be better for everyone involved if Jessica and I could get along?
Because I don't think there's a prayer of that ever happening, is there?
Just let her say what she has to say.
All right. You two play nice. I'm gonna get dressed.
Talk.
So, what's with all this interest in Nash?
Claudia, he is the father of my daughter, and anyone in his life is going to be in her life, and I don't want you anywhere near Bree.
Why? I never hurt anyone. I mean, Nash is the one who hurt me, and I forgave him.
Yeah, and your psychopathic father wasn't too happy with that, was he? And that's why he threatened my daughter.
Daddy's dead. He can't hurt anyone anymore. I just want to be Nash's friend.
Please. He is vulnerable and alone, and you're using that to get back into his life.
What are you talking about?
This whole I just want to be his friend bit is so obvious. Only somebody as miserable as Nash would fall for it.
Yeah, you're right. He is in a sorry state. It's so tragic that he wasn't able to spend the rest of his life with your alter ego, Tess, the world's class slut.
Yeah, that's great, Claudia. Very predictable. Whenever you're losing an argument, you always go right for my emotional problems, don't you? Well, guess what? I'm immune to it now. And the only crazy lady in Nash's life is you.
You mind taking her to your place?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
No, she'd rather stand there and shout accusations at me.
Son of a bitch!
Honey, what are you doing to yourself here?
I know he did this to him. I know he did it. I can't. Oh my God, I can't believe he's gone.
I can't either. Look, why don't you guys go into the commissioner's office, okay? Come on.
How about I make you something to eat?
I'm not hungry.
I just want to do something for you.
I'm fine. Really? It's just Mom. She's all alone, you know.
How long has it been since she's seen him?
She must be sitting somewhere thinking about all the missed opportunities.
You too.
I'll never be able to ask him now.
Ask him what?
What his favorite poem was.
Are you kidding me? He was into poetry.
I was alone in his room one time, and I saw the corner of a book sticking out from underneath his bed. It was Yeats' poetry.
Did you say something?
No, I put it back. I didn't say anything.
He was a mystery.
But the times he opened up to me were really special, you know? Because he wasn't very comfortable talking about his feelings. Oh, God, but he was... He is one of the bravest men I know. He has an innate sense of right and wrong, and well, he's kind of like me, you know? It drives him crazy when he sees a bad guy getting away with something.
He always seems so serious.
No, that's a cover. Because the closer you get to him, the more of his bad jokes you have to listen to, you know? And then there's, that smile he has. You only get it every once in a while, but it's worth everything.
Sounds like you're so in love with him.
He saved my life.
I tell you, hey, Vega, wait. Were you off to in such a hurry?
I'm looking for Natalie. She wasn't at her mom's, so I thought maybe she'd be at the diner.
Natalie?
Yeah,
I thought you was with Evangeline.
I am with Evangeline. Look, I gotta go, man. I'll see you later. You know, you're not that big, Sean. You know, you don't have to put up a wall if you want to talk to me. You want to say something, ask.
Aren't you gonna tell me about it?
About what?
Boxing commission.
I haven't heard anything.
Really? Because from the look on your face, I thought you was about
John
to go up and
McBain was
just went
involved in that pileup on I-65. He's dead.
McBain?
That's right.
You gotta be kidding me.
I wish.
McBain? Man, that's a tough break, man. Young guy like that. Not that I cared for him much, but Natalie, you know, she thought he was all that. She's gonna need somebody to see her through this.
You stay away from Natalie, Vincent.
Natalie, honey, wait, what are you doing here?
I'm doing exactly what John would want me to do. I'm being strong. I want to make him proud of me.
You don't have to make him proud of you. He was proud of you. He was so proud of you, and he loved you. I mean, he really loved you.
I loved him so much. I'll never love anybody like I love him.
That's why, Marcy and I were,
Oh my God, your mom. Have you called her?
she's here.
Already in Lambview?
Yeah, Natalie, listen, there's something that I really need to tell you.
He left some things here. I guess I never gave him back to him because, maybe I thought he was gonna show back up. That's stupid. It's all right, you know, everything turned out really different, and it's good. It's good, you know, because I have Christian. Right. I have Christian, and I love him. I do. I love him as much as I ever loved John. I mean, he opens up to me in ways that John, he just couldn't. And that's what really gets me, Layla, because John lives so much of his life with this lonely place inside of him, you know? And just when he was gonna close that place down.
I know. I'm sorry.
I told him that I was in love with Christian, you know? And I knew that even though he knew that if I needed him, he would have been there for me, you know? Oh, God, that's who he was. That's who he was. You sure I shouldn't call Natalie? I should probably call her. Right?
No. And say what? Honey, I know what you're going through because of how much I love John, too.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
How about you write one of those little notes you're so good at and let her deal with this in her own way and you take care of you.
Would you be hurt if I didn't? Would you be hurt if I just was alone for a little bit?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Seriously, Layla, I can't do this anymore. I just can't talk about this yet. I really think I should be alone right now.
Can I make you a cup of tea before I go?
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh, man, take it easy, my man. I'm not making any moves on Natalie.
She's all alone now. She needs time to get used to that.
Better off if you ask me.
I didn't.
Look, man, tell you that McBain guy, he was quite a character. He treated me like he scraped something off the bottom of his shoe. He wasn't that much better than you, was he?
We worked it out.
So how's Evangeline taking it?
She's pretty broken up about it.
You're probably the last person she could talk to about it.
So far.
Hey, at least you know the way's clear for you now.
It's a little harsh, don't you think?
But true.
Look, Evangeline and John were still friends. She's gonna get through this. And I'm gonna be there to make sure she does. It's Natalie the one I'm worried about.
You know, it's really hard to believe that you two were ever married.
That's right. I lost her to John.
And that bothers you.
Used to bother me. Doesn't anymore.
Well, Evangeline's the kind of woman to make you forget you ever had trouble.
Let's just say that John and Natalie hooking up was the right thing. And he and I were never the best of friends, but we went through some stuff together. Ended up saving each other's lives.
Yeah, I heard all about his Statesville riot.
That's right. You know, he didn't have to get involved in that, but he did it anyway. Not too many guys like that around anymore.
Sounds like a lot of you thought highly of the guy. Sorry for your loss. Let's go, Sean.
Oh my God. How is she doing? It must have been awful to break the news to her.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, my mom's strong, you know, she's a McBain.
I'm so glad you guys are together. I mean, it's great that she got here so fast.
Actually, she was on her way here when it happened.
She was?
John asked her to come.
Oh. He didn't tell me that. Wait a minute. The last time I talked to him, he said to save the next night. He was planning something.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
Well, we actually know something that might be really hard for you to hear, but...
What? Just tell me what it is.
I talked to John right before he left for Atlantic City. He said that he'd put the past behind him, you know, and that he was looking forward to a future with you. He called my mom and asked her to bring the ring that my father had given to her. Said he could give it to you. John was gonna ask you to marry him.
No. No.
Natalie.
No.
Nat, honey.
No.
Marcy. Marcy, let her go. Let her go. You know, I think she's probably been in denial up to this point. It's finally really hitting her.
No.
If anyone messed up Nash's life, it would be you.
Oh, Claudia, you're right, okay? You are right. That's why I feel an obligation to Nash.
An obligation, or has Tess the mess made a return appearance?
Tess is a part of me now, okay? I know everything that happened between her and Nash.
Do you remember all of that unbelievable sex they had?
I'm leaving.
One question. What was Sister Natalie doing in a hotel room filled with balloons? Is that something Tess and Nikki taught her from the family Kama Sutra?
Okay, let's go. Nora,
Hi.
how is he?
Bad. They don't know when they're going to be able to transfer him from the hospital in Atlantic City.
But there's somebody else you two both know who was in that accident on the interstate?
No, you don't ask the questions here. Let's go.
Wait. The person we're talking about is Hugh Hughes.
How bad, Nora?
He has second and third degree burns over a lot of his body.
Well, listen, I gotta talk to his physician. I gotta know what kind of treatment he has planned. I have a right to see him.
Okay, the only reason why I'm telling you is because I'm a parent. And as Hugh's parent, I thought you had a right to know. And that is the only reason why I'm erring on the side of full disclosure.
I know we've just met, but I already love you. Please. Please live.
Hey, babe.
Hey, what are you doing here? Hey, Sean.
Ran to Christian. He told me about McBain. Your sister need anything?
No, that's sweet, but she just wants to be alone right now.
People aren't supposed to die that young, you know? Anything. I mean, anything. You just say the word, okay?
I'm gonna keep looking for you, but if you get this message, you give me a call. I mean it, Natalie. I need to know you're okay.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
We have to find a way to get Clint and Vicky back together.
I slept with Claudia and Jessica was none too pleased about it.
Sounds to me like maybe you did this out of jealousy.
Can you tell me how I'm supposed to feel? Because I don't have a clue.